Hello and welcome. Where are all my non-runners at? Show yourselves, put your hands up. So today I'm going to talk to you about a beginner's running program and why I think it is something that every person should experience. Everyone, especially the people who are looking at me now like, girl, you are crazy. There is no way I could ever be a runner. Today, I'm going to present to you some pretty compelling evidence for why doing something like a running challenge has nothing to do with running and everything to do with deepening your relationship with yourself, building self-respect, increasing your self-worth, and unlocking the power of integrity. Sounds juicy, doesn't it? Yes. Want to know more? Yes, of course you do. Let's dive in. So I've called today Visualizing Your Inevitable Success, because completing something like a beginner's running program is actually unlocking your ability to do just that. Visualize your inevitable success. My name is Lena Moxon. I'm the owner of the Training Room Geelong, proud wife, very doting mama, and somebody who has done many running events before. I've done short events, I've done half marathons, I've done full marathons all over the world. And here's what I want you to know. I still hate running. I do. So I bet you're wondering, why am I so passionate about convincing people to be supported in running programs? It's because I completely understand the power of a running program and how it can unlock the power within you to make decisions about who you want to be, what you want to think, how that makes you feel, and then seeing the power you have to create anything that you want within your life just by doing that, taking control of your thoughts and how you feel. Most people are living day to day feeling slightly out of control, a little bit restless, a little bit anxious. That's because they haven't fully tapped in to a level of integrity and self-respect and self-worth that gives them the confidence to know that they can achieve anything that they set their mind to. They can achieve anything that they have ever desired. It's all meant for them. And any roadblock, any challenge, anything that comes their way is just that, a roadblock and a challenge. But once you understand how resilient and resourceful you can be, you go out into the world with more confidence and clarity about who you are and what you want. Yes, this is what the running program is going to do for you. Who knew, right? Let me explain today. We're going to go into the first little piece of this puzzle today. So, I'd like you to think about any goal you have set for yourself in the past. Could be a weight loss goal, could be a fitness goal, could be a financial goal, or just, any personal goal you have set for yourself and haven't followed through on. Maybe, something came up and you were busy and distracted. Maybe the goal became too hard. Maybe you stumbled along the way. Maybe the success that you were expecting wasn't as linear as you had liked it to be. And that brought up self-doubt and insecurity. And you just decided, too hard basket. We've all been there, right? There is real power in diving into those experiences and reflecting on those experiences. Most people, when they set a goal and don't follow through, they just push it to the side and forget it even happened. And then they will, when they are ready, set a new goal to get them to a new place, to be a new person. But the truth is, friend, new goal, same shit. Yeah, always. If we haven't been successful in setting and achieving goals in the past, it is unlikely just because we set a new goal that we are going to approach it with more clarity or more confidence. In fact, it's usually the opposite. We tap into less potential and we have less certainty about it. And so we take less action. And our likelihood of reaching that next goal is actually very limited. So, how do we unravel all of this? How do we stop repeating the pattern of setting a goal and not following through? Well, the first thing that we need to understand is that when most people set a goal, the first thing that they do is look for the perfect plan, the perfect program. They want to speak to the experts. They want to download all the information and just absorb it and consume it and come up with a foolproof plan for their inevitable success. The problem is, research has shown that your capacity, your ability, the number one determining factor of your ability to set a goal and follow through, actually only has about 20% to do with the strategy you choose and 80% to do with your psychology. What goes on up in here, what you think, how it makes you feel, and then what you do is 80% of that overall puzzle. But the problem is you've been putting too much emphasis on the strategy part, and that's not the piece of the puzzle that makes the biggest difference. So I am passionate about using these programs as a way for people to really turn inward and focus on the personal power they may have never leveraged before. Today, let's think about our brains. Yeah, if we know that 80% of our result or our ability to achieve a goal is going to come from our psychology, then it makes sense to try and understand, well, what exactly is going on up there that is making such an impact? We all, within our brains, have something that is known as the reticular activating system. And any self help guru I have ever listened to or had the fortune of being in their presence has always taught in a way that reflects this, what I'm about to teach you right now. It always comes back to leveraging and understanding what is going on because of our reticular activating system and how we can use the understanding of how our brain operates to our advantage, because it can go either way. So listen in and see if you can identify what is going on within your brain and whether it is empowering you or actually disempowering you as you set and work towards goals for yourself. So what the RAS is basically just a filter system, and it allows certain information into your brain and blocks out everything else. It would be impossible to be interpreting and taking in all of the information and stimulus around us at all times, right? Even though it feels like sometimes we're very distracted and overwhelmed, really our brain is deciding what we focus on, what we are absorbing, how we are thinking, and what it is making us feel. We actually decide that. That programming, the way that our brain decides what to focus on and what to block out, is our decision. We actually have control over that. And it is likely that it has also been influenced by other people or past experiences and things that you have absorbed and interpreted and, made beliefs within you. So an example of this would be if you feel insecure, your RAS is going to be with you throughout the day, scanning your environment and looking for evidence for why you should feel insecure. And it is likely you'll find lots of ways and reasons and moments that confirm, yes, 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 you should be insecure, because that is exactly what you have focused on. I'm about to overshare in a big way. If you know me well, you know this isn't a rare occurrence if we're just getting to know each other. Hi, I'm Lena, I overshare. The best example I can give of the RAS and how it can work for you or against you, or for your goal or against your goal, is in talking about my ex-husband. So when I think about the relationship that I had with my ex-husband, I know that in the honeymoon phase of that relationship, and anybody who has, ever been in a relationship can relate to this. At the beginning of a relationship, when you are living the belief that this is the person for you, that you are aligned, this is your soulmate, I know in my heart this is right, what happens within your mind? You find so much evidence for why this is the person for you. Every little thing that they do, you look at and interpret, and you find a reason that it matches. You're an energetic match with this person. It can be the most ridiculous things. You enjoy Hawaiian pizza too? Me too. We're meant to be. You enjoy singing songs in your car? Me too. Wow, another reason that we're meant to be together. There's very silly examples, but I think you understand what I'm saying. You find reasons to like someone or love someone, right? At the beginning stage of a relationship. Let's cut to the end of that relationship. Right towards the end of the relationship, all I could see was negative. When I believed within myself that that relationship had run its course and it was no longer serving me and I wanted to get the hell out of there, all I could see when I looked at my ex-husband was reasons why I couldn't stand him and that he irritated. And bless him, he's a beautiful person. There are lots of amazing qualities about him. I could not see any of them at the end of that relationship because my RAS was focused on reasons to leave. Does that make sense? Our RAS is that powerful. And if we can understand that, we can be consciously choosing what we decide to focus on and how it is going to make us feel. So this is important for anybody doing a running program or any kind of experience that is outside of your comfort zone. If you begin that experience or that program by focusing on all the reasons that it's going to be difficult and all the ways you are going to be challenged and likely suffer, and all the times before that you have tried something and not followed through, and all the reasons why you don't have it within you to achieve that, that is exactly what you are going to find, because your brain is quite literally going to look for evidence of that. So it is in your best interest to try and cultivate thoughts that allow you to be more open-minded, more optimistic, more, in a growth mindset, right? You're going to look for ways that you can find fun and enjoyment and connection and appreciate all the small wins along the way and feel into that. And your brain will look for evidence to affirm you in that way. It is that simple. Simple. It's not really simple at all, guys. We have to work to consciously cultivate the thoughts that are going to allow our RAS to focus on the things that we want for ourselves. Otherwise, we go back into autopilot, back into default mode. And if you have the habit of self-doubt or self-sabotage, that is exactly what is going to be repurposed and refelt and re-experienced unless you consciously choose to think differently so that you feel differently and act differently. So it's important to truly understand that we embody the thoughts that we want and our emotions will help us to take action. I think I just explained that quite well just before. Because if we want to truly set goals and be able to follow through, it's not the goal that really truly matters. It's deciding who we choose to be, who we want to be, who we can be in pursuit of that goal. Who we choose to be in pursuit of our goals will determine whether we are able to manage and maintain the results that we get and achieve the goal. Who we are going to be is the most important part of any journey. And whether you are going to be successful or not is ultimately up to you. People who successfully set and achieve goals, whether they are small or big, have one thing in common. They just simply do not give up. They don't care how long it takes. They don't care how many mistakes they make. They don't care about all the limiting beliefs that would stop most people from even getting started. They choose to focus on what they are learning, what growth will come from the experience, the resilience and the resourcefulness that they are being able to generate and utilize, all the good stuff. So let's talk about why a running program then. Most people, when they join a running program, identify that yes, it probably would serve me to feel fitter and more confident within my body, because no matter what you are doing, no matter what industry you operate in, no matter what you are doing in your life, what chapter you are currently in your life, feeling more energy and more vitality and, just having a vibrancy about you, it's going to benefit you. Yeah. And whatever area of your life you think is a priority. So I encourage everybody to have a health and fitness goal at all times because it keeps us at peak performance. But the thing is, for most people, achieving the health and fitness goal, it's a nice fleeting moment, but that's all it is. If you were to do a running program and over 10 weeks, you consistently build to be able to run 7 kilometers, the moment that you finish that 7-kilometer finish line, it will feel nice, but it will not change your life. Sorry to break it to you. Those fleeting moments, whatever goals we set for ourselves, it's never completion of the goal that matters. It's who we become along the way. And I believe that a running program that requires you to consistently show up and challenge yourself just a little bit more week to week, it really helps you redefine your relationship with yourself. What it's going to do is deepen the self-respect you have for yourself, your integrity, and ultimately, here's the big one, your overall self-worth, your belief in yourself and what you are worthy of and what you are capable of. So Forget running for a second. Forget it. That's how we're going to get to this place of self-worth, through utilizing a program like that. But just forget it. I want you to close your eyes right now. And in your mind, I want you to have a specific picture of you and your life with improved self-worth. Not who you believe you are today, not how you feel about yourself today, but who you would be without the limiting stories and old patterns and self-doubt and sabotage that pops up. Who could you be if you got out of your own way? What does it look like? You tell me. There's no one answer for anybody. But if you know that who you are and where you are is not really where you want to be, then friend, you need to start making moves to get there and to grow into the person that you want to be. And worthiness is the key to unlocking that. So what does it look like when you have more self-worth? Would you leave a bad relationship? Would you start speaking up at work and get the credit that you deserve and share your ideas and make impact on a bigger scale? Would you start defining your boundaries with friends and honor your own energetic needs? Would you start going to the gym and just taking care of yourself? What are the things you would do when your self-worth improved? What are those things that you keep putting off for one day, one day, one day? What is it? Visualize it, hold it, see yourself doing it. And then once you can see yourself doing it, the next part to this is feeling into it. What are the emotions you would feel when you were just overflowing with self-worth? It's different for everybody. More happiness? Would you be proud, grateful, excited, ambitious, peaceful? What is it? And I want you to create a specific picture and put the visual of what you are doing and really feel into the emotions of it with unlimited, unfiltered self-worth. Who would I be and what would I do and how would that feel? And say, oh, there I am. There I am. You know, you can see it for yourself right now. There I am, confidently presenting something at work, generating change, going home and feeling so fulfilled by what I do. There I am, getting ready to go to the beach with my children, not even having to take a third glance back into the mirror to make sure that I look okay before I go to the beach, just being excited to be in the moment and enjoy the sun and the sand and the water. There I am, completely open and enjoying intimacy with my partner. Unashamed, no insecurity, just leaning right into joy and pleasure. What is it? What would more self-worth allow you to experience? Visualization is such an important tool. It's underrated. People think that it is woo-woo, but it is not. There is so much science behind the power of visualization, because our brains do not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. That's crazy, right? Literally, our brains can't really tell what's real and what is imagined. So if you visualize something, your brain will actually experience it and embed it within your brain as a lived memory. So if you visualize something again and again and again and again, it will be so embedded within you that your brain and your body, your physiology will ultimately believe that it is already done. You have done that. You are capable. You know what to do. Have you ever noticed that the more successful someone gets, the luckier they seem to become at the same time? Luck just simply comes from the things that we think and we do. When we're more willing to put ourselves out there and take chances and make moves and take steps forward, the world opens up to us in that way. And you don't have to have all the answers or the skill set or the confidence or the resources to start visualizing the life that you know you are worthy of, the things that you are creating, what you want to achieve, and what you know you will one day do. you can start visualizing your inevitable success from where you are today, grounded here in this moment. Such a beautiful thing to know you don't need the money, you don't need the resources, the connection, you don't even know the answer for how you are going to make it happen to start putting some very powerful wheels in motion. If you just start visualizing who you are to become and what you will do and what that will look like and how that will feel for you, you are already gifting yourself the experience within your body so that when it comes time to put those wheels in motion, they are already going. You are already on your way. You already have that momentum within you. So friends, this is why I love the power of a running program, because what it does for you, it sets you up with the strategy. You don't need to think about it. And I told you, what you do does not really matter. 20% strategy. And the running programs that I share, I've been doing this for over 10 years now. Anybody can do them. I've had people of all ages, all backgrounds, all levels of experience, all come through these programs with great success. Does that mean there wasn't challenges and roadblocks and a lot of inner work we did along the way? Absolutely. There was so much of that. And that's the power of it. When you do a running program, it's amazing to see all the emotions and thoughts and resistance and things that come to the surface when all you've been asked to do is go for a 15-minute run. Your self-doubt and all of that, it gets very loud. And so it gives us a beautiful opportunity to become conscious of what goes on within us when we are asked to just step slightly out of our everyday norm, slightly out of our comfort zone. When we are asked to step slightly closer towards the person that we know that we can be. And so when we have this opportunity, what we can do is work with our thoughts, our feelings, and the actions that they produce. And a 10-week running program gives us 10 weeks to practice visualizing, cultivate the thoughts that we need to generate the emotions that will drive us to just put one foot in front of the other. And the power from these programs comes from the fact that you realize that no matter how you feel in a moment, what you believe you are capable of, what cap you have put on your ability to do something, with the right thoughts and the right emotion generated, you can actually create a brand new future for yourself. The success that is before you becomes inevitable because you become open to experiencing yourself in a new way and ultimately tapping into the potential that you had never thought to even explore. This is why I love that. Does this sound like something that you might be more inclined to experiment with? If it is, what I want you to do, send me a message on Instagram. I'm always there. Send me a direct message at Lena_Moxon and just tell me, you've made me understand why people might be open to running. Right? I hope I've shifted your perspective on why people run. Yeah, it does seem crazy to a lot of people. Why would you do that to yourself? Because there's so much to be learned. So if this has resonated with you today, if you're interested to know more, one of the other things I would love to share with you, if you contact me on Instagram, send me that message or jump on my website, lenamoxon.com. You can contact me there. I have created incredible success mantras for myself in lots of different areas of my life. And I leverage these when I'm visualizing. I use the mantras as well because I find it really powerful. I visualize, I feel into it, and then I say these mantras out loud that are aligned to what I have visualized. And I have specific ones for running. Like I said, I've done many running events before, and I still don't consider myself to be a runner, but I know myself to be a person who is open to be challenged and to explore resilience and resourcefulness. And these mantras support me in just affirming that, yes, this is who I choose to be. If you would like a copy of those running mantras, if you know that that would help you, I would love to share that with you. So jump onto my website, lenamoxon.com, or message me. Even better, let's start a conversation on Instagram at Lena_Moxon, and let's connect there and we'll chat about this further.